Hello dears, and welcome back to the channel Benidorm by Anna. Today we are almost all by ourselves on the beach because it was raining all night, it's all wet, so people are just gathering around the bars in Benidorm or the loveliest Levante Beach Promenade to have some nice walk and enjoy while it's not raining for a couple of hours. Today we're here to, as usual, every Monday and Friday, talk with you about the latest news update from Spain, Costa Blanca, and obviously Benidorm town. Let's start with the tourism situation right now in the country. The British market finally is absolutely recovered. All the hotels confirm it, all the associations confirm it as well. And if even probably like a month ago, it was around 45% of all the tourists coming to Benidorm. Right now, it's already more than 50%. So it's even more than Spanish. So absolutely great news for Benidorm town because, as you all might know, probably by now, Benidorm depends quite a lot on British tourists. Right now, Benidorm is trying to improve the situation of hotels because with all the elevated costs, the profit margins and profits obviously are way less than they used to be before. And they do not want to hire the prices more than they did already. So they're trying to search for another alternatives or have some kind of changes that would allow people to still book and find attractive prices in Benidorm hotels, apartments, or apart hotels. In the airport, what's happening with Alicante Elche airport, which is the closest to us right now? We actually are starting to see that there is a lot more people coming. So there start to be some queues for when you're waiting for the luggage, when you're trying to pass the security check. Mostly it's by weekend time. However, during the week, some of the days, especially whenever more flights are coming, like concentrating in the same hour, this is where we can already start to see some queues. So bear that in mind if you are coming, although it's not going to be something ridiculously like bad. It's not going to be ridiculously long as it was previous year. Last year, remember, we've had a lot of airline strikes going on in summer, so it was really hot situation. This year, so far, fingers crossed, no airline strikes at all. So everything is calm and quiet, and let's hope it's going to be staying like that. Although in 1 month, there's already more than 1 million passengers traveling through the airport of Alicante. So it's quite a lot of people. And it's going to be more and more as summer will advance. The next news that I wanted to share with you all is about the fire in Benidorm. I'm not going to be putting this video back again. I'm just going to be putting you a picture of the same that I posted in our community tab. If you're not following our channel, not sure what you're waiting for. Follow the channel, click the subscribe button. It's free for you, but like this, YouTube will let you know every single time something new and fresh and maybe even urgent is posted here on our channel. We are always on top of the latest news updates, so you're going to be the first ones to know if something happens here in the country and in particular in Benidorm town. Let's take our blouse on. The microphone is going to be here now because the sun is coming out a tiny bit, so it's quite warm, which is great for us, don't get me wrong. It's nice to have a sun back again. So about the fire, this happened on Tuesday afternoon, and we started to see the black smoke, like grayish black smoke coming out of a Rincon de Loix area. And as the time was going by, around 4 or 5 p.m., it was already a huge high column of smoke, and we could even feel it in Albir and in Altea. So in surrounding area, it started to smell like something is burning. And once we came slightly closer, we were able to see that this is the area where all the nightclubs are, like the nightclub street that I've showed you sometimes here on the channel. And this is exactly the place that Benidorm has decided to change completely. Remember, we showed you a video about the dark side of Benidorm. You can check it. You can even type it in YouTube or search on the channel saying Benidorm by Anna, dark side of Benidorm. And this is the video where we showed you an abandoned place where there's a lot of garbage, there's a lot of litter, there's a lot of old furniture, and there are only a few houses there that are still living there. So it's not the best area of Benidorm. and the town hall decided to change it completely. They have a huge municipal plan to convert it into a place with some artificial lakes, with some green areas, parks for children, to do some sports, for new residential apartments, as well as various hotels. And as a result, with the last news, we thought that this was something due to the hot weather, that there was too dry. Someone left like maybe a glass or something, and it was like a natural fire. Nobody provoked it, kind of. It was not on purpose. But as for the latest news, we got to know that there were not one main point, which would mean that it was kind of a natural, more or less, right? There were four specific target points that were set on fire. So it's not just a simple fire, it's an intentional fire in this particular area of Benidorm. Intentionally, they've set on fire the places where there were a lot of litter, a lot of garbage, which is why all this smoke, all this fire, especially with the wind that we had these days, spread it really, really fast. And even around 50 people had to be evacuated in order to make sure that no one gets hurt. No one got hurt, luckily. Okay, that's the first thing to say. No one got hurt. However, this was an intentional fire that could have caused many, many issues. For around maybe 3-4 hours, they were trying to eliminate the fire, and by evening time, like around by 8:30 p.m., 9 p.m., it was finally over. But still, it's not a pleasant thing to see. And on that day, there were a lot of people here at the beach. There were there were helicopters and planes as well that were going here towards the bay of Benidorm to take out the waters right by the old town. So a lot of people even filmed it on camera. And these planes, they have a siren incorporated in them. So there was a siren ringing throughout the whole entire Benidorm town, and people were actually really, really worried. Luckily, it was just that it was not like a truly residential area and no one got hurt. But as per latest news, this plan is moving forward, and the people who are living in that particular area, and these a few like abandoned houses, some of them are like ocupas, some of them are not. Oh, it starts to rain and the sun is shining at the same time. That is so strange. Like, you see, the sun is shining, right? And it starts to rain with tiny drops. That's unusually strange. We have an umbrella with us, so just in case, we will be able to protect ourselves and still film the video for you guys. So don't worry, the news will be here, will be held today. All these people, they've received already official letters that they've been expropriated. It's called here in Spain. If it's a property, they're paying some specific amount of money that the property or the land is worth, and you just need to abandon it. You don't need to agree. It's something that is done, and that's it. So these people are protesting. They don't want to go. It's been their home for like decades and decades. And a lot of these families, they're living there like rent free. So obviously they don't want to go anywhere else because they won't be able to find a home. They will need to pay a rent, and that's not included in their plans. So this is probably one of the main motives why they set that place on fire, as a sign of protest. So we do not exclude that there's going to be more and more issues with that particular area in the future. We'll see how it goes. And the last news that I wanted to share with you all is about the shopping center in Benidorm. You know already that Benidorm itself does not have any kind of shopping mall. What we do have is just a couple of kilometers from Benidorm. We have the shopping center La Marina. It's called La Marina in the place Finestrat. You can access the shopping center with the train service that stops directly at the entrance. You can visit it with a bus, for example, with a taxi, with a rented vehicle, however you want to do it. This is not this shopping mall of Benidorm as it is. For years and years and years, Benidorm was planning to build one by themselves, but the pandemics got in the middle of all of it, and it was not going anywhere. We've even showed you the empty land where it should have been built already years ago, probably like 5 or 6 years ago. But still, it was all empty and dull looking, just with a little bit of building materials right there on the land, who no one even wanted. Right now, just yesterday, we got to receive the news, and it's that everything has been approved. We've been waiting such a long time, and finally everything is approved. So there will be officially a shopping center in Benidorm town in particular. I have here a few details as well as the picture on how it's going to be looking like. The design is slightly different to the previous one that we've had, and it's going to be completed in the next 12 months. So by 2024, probably it should be all done and ready to go. This shopping mall will have 58,000 square meters, 121 different businesses, and 3,000 parking space inside, outside, outdoors, on the rooftop, inside of the garage, like different parking spaces. Plus, what they're saying is that in just a couple of days, Benidorm will be starting to build a road that will connect Benidorm directly to this shopping mall. This road only will cost, attention, 18 million euros. Only the road. So imagine how much money will shopping center be costing to Benidorm, which is like a huge amount of money. But Benidorm's been wanting it for a long, long time. And after I'll give you all this information, I'll let you know why a lot of people here think it's not a good idea and it's just going to be a waste of money. They will be putting also a public like transport service. There's going to be a bus that will be connecting to the shopping mall. There's going to be a train stop that will connect. So they're going to need to add some railways, extra road for the train to pass and modify a few stops. So there's going to be like 1 or 2 stops extra, but it will stop right by the shopping mall. And there'll be a lot of shops. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of restaurants, bars, cafeterias. There's going to be cinema. There's going to be hypermarkets and supermarkets out there, and a lot more. What they're saying is they really wanted to have a shopping mall on their own, but the truth is that this shopping mall that will be located right at from Rincon de Loix slightly upwards, okay? So in this side of Benidorm, the shopping mall will be less than 5 kilometers from the supermarket, from the shopping mall that we use right now, which is La Marina. There's going to be less than 5 kilometers distance with a straight road between them. So unless they're going to be putting there, like, I don't know, maybe Primark, because we don't have Primark here in Benidorm. If they're going to be putting maybe Lefties, we don't have Lefties here in Benidorm any longer. So in case they will be putting shops that are not available in that shopping mall, then it's a great idea. It's going to attract people, okay? If, on contrary, they will put all the same businesses that are already in La Marina shopping mall in Finestrat, it's not going to be making any sense because it's just the same shopping mall. People will still be going to the previous one. One of those two will suffer if they will decide to put the same businesses. So I definitely hope that they will think it through, that they will put all the businesses that are different to the previous ones, and that there's going to be something new that Benidorm would actually appreciate. And if you want these shops, you're going to Benidorm's one. If you want the other shops, you're going to the Finestrat one. And everybody would win. That's the same as happening in bigger cities, you know, like Alicante. They have different shopping malls, but each one of them has different types of shops. So it's great because depending on what you need, you're going to one or the other. So I genuinely hope that this is going to be the case. And now let's talk about the weather. What is waiting for all those of you who will be coming shortly to Benidorm, Spain, or Costa Blanca region. And it's really different from what we used to say here on the news. The weather right now is looking quite strange. It was raining, as I mentioned already at the beginning of the video, during the whole night. But right now the sun is kind of coming out. And there's quite a lot of people here at the Levante beach. Just look at this. All the terraces, the promenade, everything is looking quite busy today. It might be raining just a couple of times during today's day because the clouds are still kind of here, and this following week will be strange. There's going to be a lot of clouds mixed with sunshine, maybe mixed with some more rain, which will come probably Saturday or some hours of Sunday. But it's not going to be the whole entire day. It's not going to be pouring rain as you think. Hopefully it's not going to be the case. At least that's what meteorologists are letting us know. Temperatures are slightly low. It's around 21 degrees here today. And starting from today, tomorrow, and all the other days, it will be around 24. However, on Wednesday, it's going to be 21 back again. Still great temperatures, don't get me wrong. to enjoy the lovely holidays here in Benidorm town. The water temperature is 19.9 degrees. It's almost 20 degrees. So for us locals, it's still quite chilly, but for those who are used to colder weather, many people are actually swimming in the sea once the sun will start to shine back again. Thank you everyone for joining us on today's latest news update from Benidorm town. Even though not too sunny today, but still amazing and busy. I hope you enjoyed watching today's video, and I'll see you in the new one tomorrow. Bye, dears.